Judge, it seems Ana Yalda's having difficulty and she's going to come up here to conduct her hearings.
Okay. Maybe we can set up one of the conference rooms for that purpose. Anytime somebody has an issue and they
Yes,
need,
Judge, I'll start doing that. We have our laptop, so we can do that. Would you
okay,
like me to do
or
that?
they can bring
Judge,
their
it
own.
seems Ana Yalda's having.
Okay, just waiting for his lawyer. They should be able to bring their own laptop, Glenn.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
¿Entiendes lo que va a pasar? Sí. ¿Entiendes lo que va a pasar? Él es el intérprete. ¿Ella es la juez? ¿Abogada? ¿Es tu abogada?
No es la otra que se ve el pelo así como esponjado. Por eso lo dijo él ahorita, que también estaba ahí.
Ok, están esperando entonces. Este es del DA.
Yes, I can hear.
DA, ¿cómo se dice?
La procuraduría.
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 Usted no manda así para que veas quién es quién.
Mira, ya llegó, es ella. Se queda arriba de la esquina. A la esquina arriba.
Why don't you just put it on that single?
All right.
It's in Spanish. It's just gonna be.
Are you ready now, Miss Yaldo?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much.
The case of State of Texas versus Jacinto Holguin, cause number 2018-0C06090.
That's an item.
We go. This proceeding is being heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster, the guidance issued by the Office of Court Administration and the El Paso Council of Judges statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus. May I have announcement of counsel?
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor. We're ready to proceed.
Ana Yalda with the El Paso County Public Defender Office here on behalf of Mr. Jacinto Holguin Maldonado, also ready to proceed.
You are Jacinto Holguin.
Sí,
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear or affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
así es.
You can put your hand down, sir. Charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated, alleged to have occurred April 23rd, 2018 in El Paso County, Texas. To those charges, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Culpable.
Any priors, Mr. Morales?
No priors on this defendant, Your Honor. He has federal charges, though.
All right, court will follow the state's recommendation, find you guilty, sentence you to 32 days plus a $200 fine. You're also to reimburse El Paso County for court costs, and you'll get credit for time served on everything. Anything further, counsel?
State is complied with the 3914 disclosures, Your Honor.
That's correct, Your Honor. I did file a motion to waive DWI fines. As the court knows, Mr. Holguin does have an ICE hold. He's been deported once before. I know the court will typically set people for hearings, but I'd ask the court to grant the motion. He's been in jail for quite some time, and I don't think he will. I'm not sure that he'll be available for a hearing.
Okay, what do you do for a living, Mr. Holguin?
Haciendo landscaping. Yo hago el landscaping.
For yourself or someone else?
No, para mí mismo.
And about how much do you make a month, sir?
Al mes gano como 1,000, porque está muy bajo todo.
Are you on your own or are you married with children?
Tengo hijos, pero están en milicias, pero estoy soltero.
Okay, all right. That being the case, the court will grant the motion and waive the fees.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may be excused if that's all you have.
I have 2 more today, Your Honor.
May I have Donovan Peterson, please?
Gracias.
Coming out, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Thank
The
you very
Spanish
much.
also?
Thank you. I don't know. Yes. All right. Court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus Donovan Peterson, cause numbers 2022-06089 and 2023-0C01615. There's also a newly filed case 2023-0C02004.
Oh, smart.
This proceeding is being heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster, the guidance issued by the Office of Court Administration, and the El Paso Council of Judges statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus.
May I have announcement of counsel?
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor, we're ready to proceed.
Ana Yelda with the El Paso County Public Defender Office here on behalf of Mr. Peterson, also ready. Thank you so much.
You are Donovan Peterson? Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Charged with the offense of criminal trespass on both these cases alleged to have occurred December 7th, 2022 and March 3rd, 2023, both in El Paso County, Texas. To those charges, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty? Court will follow the state's recommendation, find you guilty, sentence you to 15 days plus court costs with credit for time served on everything. These 2 cases run concurrent with each other. What are you doing on the newly filed case, Ms. Yaldo?
Thank you so much, Your Honor. So I believe it just got filed either yesterday or today.
I believe
I
it's
do need
Tuesday.
What was that, Your Honor?
Tuesday it was filed.
Tuesday. I do need to review the case with Mr. Peterson. We're not ready to proceed on it yet, as far as if I know a trial or a plea. What I would request, and we did address the court last week, we have the plan in place for releasing to the VA. Ms. Kohler from my office is going to be the liaison. We would ask for a full PR bond on the burglary charge so that Mr. Peterson is able to get out today, and that'll give us time to review the burglary charge and decide how we should proceed.
All right. Do you have anything, Mr. Morales?
I'm in the exact same position. The case was filed Tuesday. I have not had a chance to request evidence, examine it, be able to evaluate it for plea or trial. So the state would respectfully request additional time to be able to do that.
Okay, then let's go ahead and set it for something very soon here. Mr. Peterson, I'm going to grant you $1,000 PR bond with the conditions that you commit no new offenses, avoid illegal substances, maintain current contact information with CJC, report to CJC, make all court hearings. Will he be residing at that VA center, Ms. Yaldo?
So, Your Honor, it's there. They do have a homeless shelter. I believe that is where he would go initially, and then I think that they can help him find housing. So I'm not sure where he'll be long term.
All right, you reside at the VA homeless shelter until you can have a permanent place. If you get out of jail, Mr. Peterson, you don't go out and commit new offenses. You get yourself to the VA. You contact your lawyer who can give you the information to make contact with them. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
You get arrested again, you're going to sit in jail till this case is resolved. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything further, counsel?
Status comply with 3914 disclosures on this matter, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct. One more thing with regard to the releasing. I'm not sure if he'd be getting out today or tomorrow. There's
I
specific.
don't know.
Right,
Just send
there's
the
spec-
language.
Yeah, I'll send the language. Would you like me to send it to you, Your Honor, or to
Yes.
Mr. Shelley? Okay,
No, to me, please.
I will send it. Thank you so much, Judge.
All right, thank you. May I have Elizabeth Franco, please?
Yes, Your Honor, come in.
Court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus Elizabeth Franco, cause numbers 2022-0C03409 and 2022-0C05491.
This proceeding is being heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster, the guidance issued by the Office of Court Administration, and the El Paso Council of Judges statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus.
She also had a recently filed case, 2023-0C01970. One of the assault cases was filed on Tuesday. May I have announcement of counsel?
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor, we're ready to proceed.
Ana Yelda with the El Paso County Public Defender Office here on behalf of Miss Elizabeth Franco, also ready.
You are Elizabeth Franco?
Yes, Judge.
Raise your right hand. Solemnly swear affirm testimony may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Judge.
Charged with the offense of resisting arrest on both these two cases alleged to have occurred August 23rd, 22 and November 4th, 2022, both in El Paso County, Texas. To those charges, Ms. Franco, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Court will follow the state's recommendation, find you guilty, sends you to 21 days plus court costs with credit for time served on everything. And these two cases run concurrent with each other. Ms. Yaldo, what are you doing on the assault?
Yes, Your Honor, I did go to the annex this morning to meet with Miss Franco to discuss it. And I appreciate the court letting me know that there was a speedy trial motion filed on the recently filed assault charge. Ms. Franco has indicated to me these are not cases she would like a trial on. These are cases that she would most likely like to plead on. However, I have not had a chance to review the discovery in the most recently filed case, and there's still a P file. What I would ask the district attorney is to please get the other one filed. I don't want to keep handling these piecemeal.
I've already made that request to the intake office. I don't know why it is coming in piecemeal. I've done whatever I can to go ahead and get the ball going as quickly as possible.
So, Your Honor, we're fine with maybe a first pretrial in the next couple of weeks on this charge. Again, I don't believe these are going to be trial cases based on what Ms. Franco has advised me.
Okay, then we will set this one and hopefully that other assault will come in really soon. If not, and you want a bond reduction, we will consider that at that time.
Your Honor, I don't believe she's being held on the assaults.
On the assault?
I don't
Okay.
believe so. I believe she's only being held on the resisting charges.
Okay. All right. Then if you have nothing further, you may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Botello, please. Somebody get a hold of Mr. Rosales and see if he can log on here soon.
Yes, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Morales, Rafael.
Good morning, Judge.
All right, court calls the case of the state of Texas versus Jaime Boteo, cause number 2022-0C00612.
This proceeding is being heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster, the guidance issued by the Office of Court Administration and the El Paso Council of Judges statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus.
May I have announcement of counsel?
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor, we're ready to proceed.
And Rafael Morales from the Public Defender's Office on behalf of Mr. Boteo, Judge, we're ready to proceed as well.
All right, good morning, Mr. Boteo.
Morning, ma'am.
So we set a status hearing. He's come back from the competency court. I don't know what's happening with a felony, Mr. Morales.
Your Honor, the felony still wishes to proceed. I believe reading the competency report, he has been found competent.
Yes, but he may lose it very quickly if we don't move.
Mhm.
So the other Mr. Morales, what's going on with the felony?
Yes, Judge. The recommendation on the felony was TDC time. So now that he is competent, we might be headed towards a plea. Certainly something that we're negotiating with the felony prosecutor. There was a recommendation previously out there of 5 years TDC, and we're hoping to get substantially less in light of his mental health issues, and hopefully we can resolve this sooner rather than later. I don't even think we have hearings on the felony case as of right now, Judge. Nope, we do not have hearings. So I'll get this thing scheduled on the felony side. The felony prosecutor is Evelyn Espinosa, and she's been very reasonable with assisting with our clients who have mental health issues. So I'm hoping that we can get something less than the 5, and then we really got to get Mr. Boteo with I know it'll be some time if it goes the plea route, because we can always try this thing. But if it goes the plea route, we definitely want to have a nice support system for Mr. Boteo on the back end after he's released. So we've been trying to contact some family out of state and things along those lines, Judge. So I'm hoping that if we could get one more status, Judge, and maybe get this thing wrapped up in the next 30 to 45 days, one way or another, Judge, we'll either have a trial date on the felony or we'll have a plea date.
Does he not have enough time on the misdemeanor to get it dismissed?
I believe he has over a year, Judge, but I'm not sure if all of that time is on the misdemeanor.
Okay. Can we check with a comp court and see if he has the time so this thing will get dismissed?
Your Honor, he has the time. He's been incarcerated since the arrest, which coincides with the felony.
Okay, and he has been in the comp court.
That is correct, Judge.
The whole time, or?
No,
No,
I don't believe he was transferred until November, but he already had the time here, Your Honor.
Okay,
This is a Class B misdemeanor.
so are you going to dismiss it?
Yes, Your Honor, I have the dismissal queued up and I will go ahead and submit it to the court.
All right, thank you very much. There you go.
sounds great. Case dismissed.
Quick and easy.
On the misdemeanor, Mr. Boteo, and I'll
Good luck on the felony.
Yes, good luck.
I'll contact you on the felony, Mr. Boteo. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you, Mr. Morales. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you,
thank
Mr.
you.
Morales.
You may be excused. Just any word on Mr. Rosales?
They were going to let him know, Judge.
Okay. Let me let the PO in.
Judge, no more public defenders cases. I mean, I'm here if you had something else. But
No, everything's been taken care of. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
May I have Alan Darrell, please?
Boteo, Your Honor?
No, Alan Darrell.
Alan. Your Honor.
Thank you. Just waiting for your lawyer, Mr. Darrell.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm just letting you know.
I'm sorry.
We're holding court here now.
No, no, it's because I didn't.
$1,750.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Rihanna, did they indicate he was in another court or anything?
I think that's them that called, Judge.
Okay,
Yes, Judge, that they didn't have it calendared in, but resending the Zoom link right now.
all right.
Judge, I telephoned them again to find out, where he is. They said that he is on a teleconference right now. I asked them to let us know if he's going to get on.
Yes, tell them we need him on here now if he's not in another court.
Yes, Judge.
Is he retained or appointed?
He's appointed on this one, Judge.
Only thing they need to pay attention on is what? Yeah, but I'm saying, sorry, what's a plea? But they changed it to a PR. They started with a plea, talking about the plea, okay, this and that, and it ended up being a PR.
Yeah. Judge, they're seeing if they can get Mark Rosales on this Zoom hearing, Judge.
All right.
They put me on hold.
Don't they have another assistant as well?
I'm not sure, Judge.
Okay.
Hey, Judge, he's getting on. You should be getting on.
Okay. There he is. Okay, court calls a case of the state of Texas versus Alan Darrell, cause number 2019-0C04666.
This proceeding is being heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster, the guidance issued by the Office of Court Administration, and the El Paso Council of Judges statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus.
May I have announcement of council?
Daniel Alejandro Morales of the state of Texas, Your Honor, we're ready to proceed.
Joe Rosales, Your Honor, and I apologize. I'm not as prepared as I normally like to be. I didn't have this on my calendar. I think it got confused with the hearing I just went to this morning on his felony case. So I do have information about the case that would be helpful to the court, but I'm just kind of hedging my bets here. I'm sorry.
So is that already?
It's kind of ready.
All right, you are Alan Darrell.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. This is set for a pre-rebel bond reduction. What's your recommendation, Mr. Morales?
Your Honor, the recommendation would be 60 days, Paso County Detention, 60 days in the county jail.
All right. Mr. Rosales, what do you want to do?
Well, Your Honor, so this is what's going on the other side of this case. My client's also on probation out of the 384th, and I have a bond hearing scheduled for him next week. The problem that I'm having with this case is that he's got a couple of P files that have been on the, I guess, P file list for over a year. And so I was asking Judge Garcia to consider letting my client out on a PR bond because I mean, I don't know how long we're gonna wait before those cases get charged. He does have some non-reporting issues on the felony. So the judge set it for a bond hearing. He's entitled to a bond in that court, and the judge is probably going to issue him a bond next week. Since we are here, Judge, and I would ask the court to consider a PR bond for my client because I don't know how long the state's going to take to charge those other crimes. And until that happens, I think we're just kind of, spinning our wheels a little bit.
Well, he has more than a few non-reporting on our case.
Yes, sir.
Including some operating a motor vehicle without an interlock and some skips. Ms. Mendoza, how did he remove the interlock without the court's permission?
Your Honor, good morning. I don't know how he was able to remove that device.
Okay. So I will set a bond, but it's going to be a rather large bond. And we can just move our motion to revoke along without having to wait for any unfiled felonies.
Judge, it's a DWI. Would I be out of line in asking for a $1,500 bond?
It's going to include an interlock because he does have a prior DWI.
Absolutely.
So that's
I understand
mandatory. I'm going to set a 7,500 cash bond, cash or surety, and a 1,000 PR bond with conditions, Mr. Darrell, that you report to all your court hearings, report to CJC, use no illegal substances, have a camera interlock in your vehicle. You are not permitted to drive anything that does not have that device installed, and commit no new offenses. You'll also have a curfew between 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. where you can't be out unless you are working or going to school. Now, I know that there were some skips. Were there any positive blows, Ms. Mendoza?
Yes, Your Honor, there were a couple of them. Back in June of 2021, he did test positive. Back in 2022, a couple of 2021s, couple of them back in 2021, Your Honor.
All right. That's another condition, Mr. Darrell, that you not consume any alcohol. Any skips, any positive blows, and I will revoke your PR bond. Any violation of any of those conditions will cause a warrant for your arrest to be issued. Let's go ahead and set it for another pre-revo. Anything further, counsel?
Judge, I'm sorry, Mr. Morales, go ahead, sir.
No, I had nothing to say I was just going over his rap, but I think the judge has already made her mind on that.
Judge, in consideration that my client is looking at also a bond on his felony, would the court consider a $5,000 surety bond? I don't think my client's employed, and so that's what I'm worried about.
That's just another reason why he doesn't need to be out on bond. But I will consider a 5,000, I will make that a 5,000 surety bond.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Anything further?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. That concludes our docket for this morning, so everyone else may be excused as well.